The gentle lady from Utah, Ms. Love.
Thank you, Chair Yellen. Thank you for being here today. You know, I always find myself pinching myself whenever we're in a hearing with you because of the importance of what we're doing here. And so I want you to know that how sincere I am with an aspect to the questions and the answers that we get here. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
In creating the Federal Reserve in 1913, Congress charged the new central bank with the authority to set monetary policy with the objective of ensuring price stability. That is, avoiding inflation that could undermine economic growth. In 1978, the Humphrey-Hawkins Act expanded the Fed's mandate to include goals of maximum employment, stable prices, and moderate long-term interest rates. Now, of course, along with its responsibilities over monetary policy, the Fed also enjoys very significant powers and responsibilities with regards to bank supervision and now also systemic stability. This array of powers has left Congress, the markets, and the public looking to the Fed for progress and assurance on nearly every conceivable topic having to do with the nation's financial and economic well-being. So just listening to the range of questions that you've been asked and, you know, the Humphrey-Hawkins hearings shows that it is true, including questions about topics like income inequality with African-American unemployment. This is my question to you. Do you agree with my observations in how much the Fed is doing, along with Representative Barr's observations in his testimony, to the extent in which Congress is looking to the Fed for answers and guidance?
So I do see that, and we have, as you pointed out, a huge range of important responsibilities, which we try to carry out as best we can. It's also important for you to understand that there are limits on what we can do. We are not able to address every problem. If there's slow productivity growth in the United States, that's not something that the Fed has much ability to address.
Do you think
if there's income inequality, or the composition of jobs has changed in an adverse way?
Okay, do you think that we're looking to the Fed for too much, in your opinion?
Well, sometimes I do feel that, yes.
If so, how do you think we can pare down our expectations of the Federal Reserve?
Well, you've set forth your expectations in legislation very clearly, and you described them. You said our responsibility for monetary policy is stable prices, maximum employment, and moderate.
Do you think that there's room here to pare down or to eliminate the dual mandate that is set on?
No, I don't think that would be a good idea. Those two goals of maximum employment and stable prices are rarely in conflict.
Okay, so we talked about a couple of things. One of the things that we've talked about was our regulation and the burden of the regulatory burdens. Here's my problem. In April of 2011, the Fed predicted a 3.25% real annual growth rate. Actual real GDP growth rate for that year was 1.6%, according to official BEA data. Fed forecasts for 2012 and 2013 were both close to 4%. Actual for 2012 was 2.2%. 2013 fell even further short of original predictions. I can go on and on. Annual growth came in far less at 1.9% in 2016 when it was predicted at 3%. So I'm asking if you think, do you think that these numbers underscore the failures of unconventional policies to try and deliver expected results? Is there too much going on? Is there a way that through both paring down the dual mandate and also paring down regulations that we can actually bring that growth rate up?
Our unemployment rate forecasts proved much closer to being accurate. You've asked us to focus on maximum employment. we have, and I believe we've succeeded in meeting Congress's goal for us.
But we're still looking
The
at.
fact that economic growth
We-
has been so disappointing.
Okay, I
and
have like
so
2
low.
seconds, and I just wanted to say that we are still not happy with the rate of employment when it comes to African Americans. We can do a lot better. We can do a lot better in our,
As you just recognized, there are limits on what the Fed can accomplish.
Time of the gentlelady has expired. The chair now recognizes